It's Golf DMV, Federal News Network, 1500 AM, federalnewsnetwork.com, the important website, golfdmvpodcast.com. This is the second time I'm doing this opening.
Yeah.
The first time we rehearsed for maybe 45 seconds or so.
A couple minutes.
Just didn't hit record on the podcast machine. Just started talking and didn't hit record.
That's why we just retake it, man.
Exactly. So,
And they would never known if you didn't tell them.
but you know what? We are all about transparency here. You know what I mean? We tell the truth usually.
Yeah, most times.
Most of the
that's what
time.
we're about. So we've got a lot happening, lots going on the PGA Tour. So we'll talk about that. Also, we've got an email we got to get to that I didn't see and didn't respond to. And so Matthew Kugel, I think we apologize for not getting back. Well, I apologize for not getting back, but we'll
And you can thank me for bringing it to his attention, Matthew.
yeah, because even to this day, I was like, wait, what? Like, we didn't respond back. Like, huh? What? And so, yeah, we'll do that. Got an email from Raul, who received his hat all the way in California. And so he said he'll promote it, he'll wear it. And
we appreciate you.
Yeah, so why don't you come
sure.
on the show, do a course review? We'll call you. And he said he's busy until, I think he said January.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
What are these people doing?
Thank you for blowing us off. Like, send that hat back, bro. No, we'll have him on whenever he has the time to go on this fine quality radio program. So let's jump into some PGA stuff. We got the RSM Classic LB with our PGA update. Let's go to our update desk with Lawrence Brooks.
All right, here I am. So the RSM Classic was held somewhere in was it Georgia, South Carolina? I don't even remember
that
anymore.
sounds right.
Kind of the same.
I was
Yeah,
on the
anyway.
Dubai joint, so this is all you, my man.
Oh, I got some stuff on that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it went to a playoff today. Webb Simpson and Tyler Duncan. And Tyler Duncan won on the second playoff hole. He birdied they played 18 twice.
Right.
So he birdied it on the second on the second playoff hole, and that's his first pro win. He won $1.188 million
On his first win, that's not bad.
Not bad,
That's pretty
not
good.
bad. And he's only been on tour, I think, 3 years now, something like
a good
that.
check for
yeah. I think I think the number I heard was 60 some odd events he's played in since he's been on tour. So that's about 3 years,
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. So the tidbit to this Brendan Todd was seeking his third straight win because he had won the Macoba championship and he won the Bermuda.
Right.
So he was going. He was trying for 3 in a row, and actually he had the lead going into the fourth round, but his putter disappeared on him. I mean, completely disappeared.
Gone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He was struggling on the back nine with his putter, so he didn't win obviously, but he was seeking to be for the third win in a row. The last person to win 3 in a row is. I'm pointing to no.
3 tournaments in a row?
3 tournaments in a row. Who was the last person to do that?
Come
on now, this is easy.
Tiger Woods.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, when you said easy, I was going to think maybe Jordan Spieth when he got hot in 2015, but
Oh no, not 3 in a row. Tiger, and I want to say it was 2006. My year might be wrong, but I know it was Tiger that was the last person to win 3 in a row.
Can't doubt his greatness.
Todd, his putter totally disappeared on today's round. Just a few notes of this tournament. People didn't make the cut. KJ Choi didn't make it. Jason Duffner, we've been saying his name a lot when it comes to missed cuts. I don't know what happened with him. Charles Howard III and Matt Big Pockets Kuchar.
I wonder what he paid his caddy after missing a cut.
Yeah. There was a whole series of jokes that came out when this tournament came up because this is within Mexico, right?
That was the one when he stiffed the caddy. Yeah, that was in Mexico.
I wonder what he pays the caddies when he doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
I mean, because when he wins, he only gives you $5,000.
He shouldn't have no caddy. He should be out there by himself. Carry your own
Carry
clubs.
your bag, exactly.
Partner.
I don't know if you listen to or watch the RMS Classic today. There was it must be next door to an airport. I mean, there was planes the entire round. Was, planes taking off the whole time. It was just.
You're playing at East Potomac.
It was constant.
I'm surprised they were able to play with
landing.
how sensitive they are to clicks.
Exactly.
Come on, guys.
Right, exactly. But a plane taking off doesn't bother you. Right. So that's the gist of that. It was a pretty good. I don't know. I watched the. Actually, I had two TVs going. Well, I had my TV and my phone going because I was actually watching the LPGA and the PGA at the same time because they were it was coming down to the wire.
The
on both of
LPGA,
them.
I feel, was on NBC.
It was.
This
It
weekend.
was on.
And the PGA was on CBS, right?
The PGA was on the Golf Channel.
Oh,
They flipped it. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
LPGA
okay.
was getting primetime action.
Yeah, well, because
good for them.
and we'll segue. This will be our segue into the LPGA.
Well, do you want to do Manny Millions first before?
No, I'm already talking LPGA now.
Okay.
So we'll come back to this. We'll come back to
whatever you
that.
want.
Hard
do,
segue. We're sticking with it.
Because I thought I had a good segue.
You did. I ruined it.
You
You're
ruined
right.
it for me.
The
Yeah.
second thing I ruined today on the show. The first thing I ruined was we did, a quarter of the first segment. I didn't even record. Now I'm, messing your segue. Just go ahead.
Right. So the women were on NBC today, the LPGA, because I'm assuming it was because they had a record. This was their record purse for first place today was $1.5 million.
And that was not even as much.
Record.
That's a record.
Oh, it was close to what
The homeboy won.
Yeah,
1.18.
Exactly.
Good Lord.
Yeah. But this was a record for the LPGA.
Right.
Wow.
And it came down to I'm blanking on her name now. The one American Nadia Cole. What's the name? Cole. Coda. Jessica
Corder.
Corder.
Or what's the other?
think it's
sister?
Jessica.
Nelly or Jessica?
I think it was Jessica.
I'll look it up.
You can look it up right quick. Yeah. She had. She was a clubhouse leader at. Oh shoot! Now I'm missing the numbers. Was it 16 or 17?
16 sounds good.
Yeah.
What's the story? She was the clubhouse leader.
Yeah. She was in the clubhouse leader at 16.
Okay.
And she just missed the putt. I mean, her birdie putt on 18. Another revolution would have went in for a birdie.
Oh man!
And it stopped just short. So she was a clubhouse leader, but then Say Young Kim.
Oh yep, of
came
course.
through and she birdied 18. So basically she was tied going up to that hole. She had to birdie to win basically.
Right.
It was Nelly Corder.
Nelly Corder. Okay. She sunk a 30-footer with a left to right break, and she had just previous hole. She had just missed a birdie putt of like 6 feet.
Wow.
But she came up to the 18th hole and sunk that birdie putt
to take it
to win the tournament.
Nice.
Clutch.
Yeah, so it was actually kind of thrilling coming down here, and both tournaments were today.
The ladies from Asia, by the way, just killing the LPGA.
Yeah.
They're killing the LPGA.
Dominating. We need to do something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Americans. We definitely not showing up. Another little tidbit on the LPGA for next year event. They have for 2020. They have 34 events and a record in prize money of $75.1 million for the entire season.
Wow!
But for them, that's a record.
That's a record.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
Let me clean that up from earlier when I say we need to do something about the Asian women winning on tour. I mean, like Americans need to show up for the tournaments and put more people in play to compete. I have no problem with Asian women winning.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It sounded nefarious. Like, there's a lot of women winning on tour. We need to do something about it. Not at all.
Yeah, no. We're talking about the American women.
Just getting them more in the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And grow up. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
All right.
So let's move on we'll go to Manny Millions and then do the race to the Dubai.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so Manny Millions from the.
We're going to do whatever you say we want to do. I've screwed up enough stuff on this episode.
So today's Manny Millions is today's Manny Millions winner is
contagious.
Davis Riley.
Davis Riley.
My
man.
Is it Riley or like Raleigh?
I think it's Riley. R-I-L-E-Y.
That's
Yeah,
Riley.
he went to Florida.
No.
I'm gonna get one of these right one day.
One day you're writing them guesses will be right. Yeah. So he's he went to University of Alabama. I'm not sure he graduated
that's pretty
or not.
much Florida, yeah.
Because they said, I'm reading a little bit in his bio, he left school with a semester of eligibility, but they never said whether he graduated or not. So I don't know if he did.
Does anyone ever
matter.
really graduates from the University of Alabama?
Right.
No.
I don't
Yeah. I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
Graduate to the NFL.
Highly educated
Exactly.
school.
So Davis is 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's 22 years old. He's from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and I actually, unfortunately, know where that is.
The SIP.
You have something against Hattiesburg?
I have something against Mississippi. My mother's from Mississippi, so you
got stories.
Boy, do I.
Oh, okay.
So he went pro in 2019, which is i.e. this year.
Okay.
But he's interesting. So here's some. We'll play the game now. Gets his career earnings.
I wonder who's going to win this one. It's a show where I've already messed so much up. I have no shot at this.
Before we get to that part, he did win $14,190 today with his last place win.
Okay.
So to date, he has 0 wins, 0 second places, 0 third places, 1 top 10.
A single top 10.
1 top 10. He's played in 18 Well, out of 18 events, he's made 13 cuts.
Okay.
So he's got 13 cuts basically, and he's got one top 10. How much has he made his career, i.e. this year?
Plus today's 15 grand. I'll go with the first.
Don't add in the 15
Don't
grand.
add the 15 grand from this year. I don't like that's going to make a difference to my guess. Like I'm going to get it down to the 1,000. Just one top 10.
One top 10 and 13 cuts.
13 cuts. I'm going to go, man, it's probably close to $1 million. I'm going to go like 850.
All right.
850,000.
Wow.
Is that low?
I don't have a shot. I don't have a shot now. That
You
was
do.
a
All
great
you have to do is
reaction.
go a little bit over. Just say $1 million.
No, did you? Let me. No, we can start over.
Oh, did I give a wrong guess?
You are so far
$2 million?
So far wrong.
I don't know the value of these places.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently you
the one top 10 is worth some money. That's some money. And the rest were what?
Depending if you were number 10 or number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And what tournament it was.
So we know he didn't finish 1, 2, or 3.
I'm gonna let Claude go
Right.
first then.
Okay. So he has 0 wins, 0 second places, 0 third places. He has one
Top 10.
One top 10.
Sit back. Top
and
10.
he's made 13. He's played 13 cuts. That's
All
it.
right. 325,000.
Okay.
That's probably still too high.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say 250 grand. Maybe we're going.
Jesus.
Must be going the wrong way.
Both of y'all, even though you would have won, Vern,
Yeah.
I'm not giving it to you because you're not even close. $83,000. What are y'all doing?
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
I was counting on the top 10 giving him at least 150,000.
I thought it was giving him like
and then
close to
the
a quarter
other
mil.
10,
Yeah.
you know, I figure another 10 cuts. Even if he finished last place, he got 14 for this one. So you multiply that by 10, that's 240. So I was like, all right, well, all of them weren't going to give him 14.
Right. And you
So
gotta
I was thinking
remember,
maybe
too,
I put too much
250.
value on that one top 10.
Exactly. And you got to remember who we talking about. He's a rookie. He just
Yeah.
came in. He's not playing in the big tournaments. He's playing in the Bermuda
The RMS
Championship.
Classic.
Stuff like that. Well,
Right.
even Bermuda, where the winner was only $500,000.
Okay.
See what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. So yeah. You're right.
Ooh, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. You killed that one, boy.
83,000.
So there's really nothing
Help this
new to
money.
say about him because he's a rookie. Basically, nothing. He was a 2-time All-American at University of Alabama. He was a 2-time junior runner-up, if that means anything. And his for social, he likes hunting and hanging out with friends.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
There you go. He's 22. So
we've
still
talked about this part of the season before, right? This technical wrapping around season
Yes.
before. I wonder what would this look like in like basketball or another sport where basically all the heavy hitters are like semi checked in.
Right.
Is that where we're going with basketball? Like with the load management where you
Right.
I could see like eventually in the NBA like the first half of the season is just random
Nobody playing.
third stringers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
And LeBron shows up.
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. That's weird. It's just weird. Yeah, because all these names you're naming, I'm like, who are these people?
Because it's kind of a long season, to be honest with
It
you.
is.
And so it's like, you know, if
you're
I
solid.
can understand why, you know, some of the bigger guys don't want to play.
Yeah, you just
know,
wait.
this stuff, especially when it's not
The
even
holidays.
about money for you at that point. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going
And
to
those
go
guys
there.
are already exempt to play anything, all the other tournaments anyway.
Yeah.
See, these
Right.
guys are playing to get their status up and can play in the PGA and the Masters.
So
and all
now
this
I would want to be a top 10 pro now just so I could be a jerk. I want to play all these tournaments and keep showing up. And just when they see me on the card, just be annoyed. Like, what is he doing here?
right.
This is our time to shine. Gosh.
Right, exactly. Nuts. Anything else from RSM? And
No, we're gonna talk about Dubai real quick.
Yeah,
we
let's
got time
do
for
it.
that.
Yeah, race to
Okay, so
Dubai.
the race to Dubai, I did see some of the highlights of that today. It was cold, so I was in the house today.
Yeah,
So I
listen,
saw a
go
lot of
to
stuff.
YouTube, search Race for Dubai. Look at there's a video I think it has 13 minutes of Rahm's last round. Watch it because he was putting on a
Yeah,
clinic.
he did
with
He
that
did.
putter, bro.
He really did.
Yeah.
So today he won again another exciting finish. Excuse me. And I'm better now. I'm not sick as I
yeah,
used to be.
he's not wearing the
Yeah, he ain't got-
mask.
he ain't got the
this
mask
week.
on
I'm
this
good.
week.
Yeah.
So Rahm did need a birdie on 18 to win.
Yes.
And he knocked that in.
Nice.
He won $5 million today. He $3 million for the win and $2 million for finishing first in the European tour. Whatever. It's like their
Is this their
version of
finale?
FedEx. Yeah.
Okay,
It's like their version of
so-
FedEx Cup type
Right.
thing. Or
Cool.
whatever.
So they don't have
Yeah.
like a wrapper. Well, no, their season just ends with this tournament.
Right.
Okay.
This was the
so
end of the
7 million
tournament.
takes home. Okay.
No, 5. The three for the win and 2 for the
okay.
for the Europe for finishing number 1 as a European Tour number 1 player.
Okay.
That's $2 million, so that equals the 5.
Right. Oh, I got you. I got you.
yeah.
Imagine how
Yeah.
clutch that's got to feel to know, okay, I can win this, but I've got to birdie this last hole. And you go
Yes.
out and just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on the front nine, man. He was dealing. He made like some really long birdie putts.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Yep. It was interesting. So I did a little bit more research. So they did. It was 47 tournaments in 31 countries, which equals that's the part of the race to Dubai. That's their season or however they break that out. So out of the 47 events, Rahm only played in 13 of them.
He must have been kicking butt in the 13 that he played in.
Right. Fleetwood finished second. He played in 18 tournaments. Vern Wiesberger played in 29, finished third. Shane Lowry, who won the British
Open Championship,
the quote unquote Open,
the Open. That's right.
Yeah, the Open. He played in 15 tournaments. He finished fourth. Matthew Fitzpatrick finished fifth. He had played in 20 events. And sixth was Rory McIlroy. He played in 13 events.
Wow,
and he finished sixth. So that's enough. The one thing was two things left about I want to mention. I don't know how the day when I was doing my research, I came across a picture. I take that back.
Okay.
A small photo gallery of John Rahm's girlfriend.
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
Google her.
Okay.
Just Google her.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Google her.
Google her.
Google her.
All right.
You won't be disappointed.
Search.
You won't be disappointed.
The verb being search.
And a shout out to Rodney. He sent me through Instagram. You know who Holly Saunders is, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen her Instagram page?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I think we follow her actually.
We do now. Used to be, we didn't before. We do now.
Yeah, we
used to be on the Golf Channel.
Yeah, exactly.
She hosted that show with who's the old guy? Not the old guy, but he's older gentleman, Martin Hall, called School of Golf.
Right, exactly.
And then she went to Fox Sports.
Right, she's on Fox now.
Yeah, she's a model.
Some stuff, but now she's now she's a model.
Well, you won't call it. You won't call what she's doing modeling. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, if
she's on Instagram, I mean, got her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
dude, I was, yeah.
Impressed.
Yeah, semi, yes.
Shout out to Holly Saunders.
Well, I mean, honestly, with enough,
editing
operations, and
that's true.
That's
true.
Yeah, because even between John Rahm and Holly Saunders, there was some. I don't know if there's any work being done,
right?
But if there was some work done,
kudos to you.
Kudos to the plastic
Kudos to you.
Yeah. That's fine. All right. So, anything else from the race to Dubai that we want to?
No.
Here's what's interesting. Like, so for that many tournaments to be played on the European Tour, race to Dubai, and for the big hitters who finished in the top 10 to play in even less than half of them,
exactly,
and they still win. Like, this just shows you how good
they are.
Best of the best are, because even professionals who are on the European Tour who may play all of those and don't have a chance to get on the PGA Tour, they can't even finish in the top 5 or whatever because these guys come and play not even half of the tournaments that you're playing in, and they just wipe the floor.
He's basically just doing what I just talked about. He's showing up like, oh, you guys are doing something over here? Okay. How many times? I'll just play 10 of them. Oh, I won.
How about that?
I played 20 of these.
Right. I'm playing all 37 to 41 of these things. I can't ever get in the top 10.
So I looked at the entire list, and there was nobody who played in all of them.
Okay.
So the number 10 player, whose name I'm not going to even try and say other than his first name is Eric. Well, it's not that bad. It's Eric Von Roden or some crap like that.
It has to be some crap. I mean, he's a human. He can't help his last name.
His parents.
Okay, I take it back. I take back what I said.
Okay,
Eric. Eric, he's the 10th place finisher, and he played in 29 events in this particular.
Grinding out the 10th place.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now, I'm looking back again. The third place guy, Vern Wiesberger, he played in 29 events as well, but nobody really played
all of them.
No. Nobody played in all of them.
Right.
But they kind of the announcers, because I watched it on my British feed,
right?
And they were basically giving Fleetwood and Rahm kudos for actually playing this many tournaments in the European Tour. Because most of those guys, I mean, you think about Rahm and Fleetwood. I mean, they're here a lot in the United States playing a PGA tournament. So, I guess to go back and forth across the world to play tournaments is no small feat.
No. Did John Rahm lose his cool at all? Because he's a passionate player. He's always getting upset.
Not that I saw today.
No, he was dialed in. He was dialed in. He didn't have any reason to.
Yeah.
He was crushing him.
Yeah, and his girlfriend, she should really keep him. Oh my goodness!
And he's a big guy, by the way. I mean, John Rahm's a pretty.
Yeah,
he's a big
blockhead. That's why I call him blockhead. I mean, he's a big old blockhead dude.
Right. Yeah. Let's jump to this conversation that we started mentioned before about the weather affecting the golf ball. You've got this down as an update as far as humidity and all the other kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I found online this guy, and I'll give him his plug now. His name is John Sherman. He is the owner of Practical Golf. You can find him on the internet and Twitter and everywhere else, Instagram.
Okay.
But he basically debunked a lot of this stuff. He said the humidity part, it does make a difference, but it's negligible.
Okay.
I mean, basically, he said, let me see. According to TrackMan data, a change from 10 to 90% humidity will account for less than a yard difference on a 6-iron.
Oh yeah,
wow.
then there's no reason to even switch anything.
Exactly. So basically, the guys that the starter was blowing smoke up our behinds when he was telling us, "Oh, you can need club up and all this stuff." When we were playing in Florida a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
The biggest difference really is the temperature that will.
I was going to say, so it does. That's a factor.
And cold.
Yes.
Not heat, cold.
Right.
So when it's really cold, obviously your ball doesn't compress.
Right.
And it doesn't go as far.
Yeah, because this is true for baseball too.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it said a rule of thumb is that about for every 10 degrees you can expect a change about a yard.
Okay.
So,
wow.
30 degree, well, that don't sound much either though. 30 degrees, then it's 3 yards. Is that what we talking about?
No, I think he means a yard off of whatever if the baseline is probably 70 degrees.
Yeah.
You start dropping and you hit it.
Okay, here he says, so temperature changes can have the greatest effect on the ball flight.
Right.
But it might not be as bad as you think. Going from 40 to 100 degrees will decrease a 9-iron. Going from 40 to 100 degrees will increase a 9-iron carry by 8 yards and a driver by 9 yards.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, and I'm not playing that much precision golf, so that wouldn't even really affect much.
Right, especially not for the driver.
So the article's about 2 pages, but I'm gonna read you the last his last entry here, which I think is the most important thing. He said the biggest culprit is honesty. Most golfers aren't realistic with their distances. Let's face it, most of us are overstating how far we hit the ball.
Yeah, I got over that quickly because
I'm quiet over here. I don't know. I ain't overstating.
I got over that quickly. It's like because the only way I can get better is just to be honest. Like, okay, this 9-iron, like I can hit it 130, like 120, 130. That's it. Like, that's my shot, and so I can be 145 out and take my 9-iron if I want. It's like, but you're not going to get it there.
Right.
So bring out the 8 or do a smooth 7, like whatever it's going to take to get there, do that.
At the end of the day, again, it's objective based. When you're on the green, you're going to immediately forget about that you hit a 9-iron 130. When I hit it 145, 50 yards left.
Yeah.
So
it's one other thing he says. He said one of the most important skills of a smart course manager, being honest with your distances on the course and selecting an appropriate club based on how far you will likely hit the ball, not how far you will hit the ball on your best swing.
yeah.
So
Right.
It's a game of misses and averages, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yep. So I am no longer of the belief that
Now,
going to Florida is going to change how far your ball goes.
Probably not going to Florida. I am going to look up this John Sherman though. Who is this person?
Now Vern dives deep into this stuff.
Is he a climatologist or what are his credentials? He's not just some random guy. You said Practical Golf. I'll check it out. I do want to check it out.
He wrote another book too called 101 Mistakes All Golfers Make.
Okay.
And how to fix them. So that's one of his books. He says he is the author of the best-selling book. 101 Mistakes All Golfers Make.
All right. So, I'm not skeptical. What's your handicap, John Sherman?
How far do you hit your driver?
How far do you hit your driver?
Well, speaking of drivers, so the LPGA today, they had TrackMan because they were on the main network. They had TrackMan today.
Okay. You can't get that when you're on the side network.
Yeah, I never saw. I mean, usually don't see that.
Yeah, that's true. You really don't.
Driver, most of them were like 248 today.
Okay,
just as a number. I was surprised. I thought they was hitting them further than that. But today, most of the people I saw was hitting them like 248 carry. Well, carry was 248. It wasn't because they was. I think it had rained wherever they had been playing, so they didn't get very little roll.
Okay.
They get very little roll.
Right.
But yeah, they were about 248. So I'm like,
convince me about.
Yeah.
All right. That pretty much means you playing the LPGA tour, right? Remember it's earlier.
Yeah, back to that again.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
You see how expensive he was? I mean, it's only 248, guys.
Right.
Not
that means you
not
can
that
make
great.
a cut.
I played the Brickyard.
I can hit a 248. The problem is I can't hit a 248 straight all the time.
There you go. All right. It's Golf DMV. We had this conversation about indoor golf simulators. LB, you sent this email about Worthington Manor, where they've got this indoor golf simulator, and they say that they want it, you could come out and enjoy a free 30-minute test drive.
Right.
But you have to do it before November 30th, and if it's available.
Right. You have to schedule
whatever.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so you sent that. Are you interested in checking that out? Well, Worthington's kind of far to go to an indoor golf simulator.
Not from my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't what's the Montgomery County course? Is it Norwood? Yeah, is that the one? No,
You just did this last time.
I did this last time. I mentioned Norbeck, but Norbeck's a street.
That's a street. Yeah.
Needwood. Because
Needwood.
Needwood has one. Is that closer to you than Worthington?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because they've got one.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much it costs.
Right.
I don't even know how much the Worthington one costs. But they're
neither.
giving away a 30 minute
30 minute,
simulator test drive. And that's probably worth it.
Yeah. Maybe if you got time to go up there. I might check them out if I get some time this weekend.
Right.
This week, I should say.
Because we were talking about this week and we're like, it may rain Wednesday. And it's like, well, we can maybe.
Yeah, I do want to try. I mean, I do want to try to sneak out there only because with the holiday coming up, my schedule is going to be light these 3 days. So
Yeah.
I got to, want to get it in.
Take advantage of while you can.
I don't even want to make any promises or say anything that I'm going to do.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
didn't say nothing.
It looks as if Tuesday. It looks like Monday could be a day too. Monday, Tuesday could be a day. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. You got work and stuff like that. By the way, shout out to LB who came through this morning and was helping out with some meals to the homeless. Down at Franklin Square Park in DC. Because the cool thing about golf is that there's a lot of charities surrounding golf. This is not even golf related. But I mean, you can talk about charity work because we're in that season where people like to give.
Season of giving.
The season of giving, right? And in golf, there's plenty of tournaments that benefit lots of charities. And so that's going on right now. Maybe somebody else is doing some charity stuff right now as you're listening to the podcast. You got some stuff coming up this holiday season. And this was meant something to me. Now, LB, by the way, this wasn't like the only time you've done this. Like LB does this a lot, when it comes to helping out the homeless community here in DC. So
right.
Thanks for your help on those efforts and beyond.
No, yeah, you're welcome. And a lot of this goes to my wife. That's her. She likes putting those bags together for the homeless and buying that stuff. I just deliver it.
Right.
Always good to give to less fortunate, though.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to everybody on the IG page that gave me a birthday wish. Yes. I appreciate it. You made me feeling old, feeling not too bad.
You did get a lot of birthday love on Instagram.
I did. And it takes place, it sets in quickly, the age. Because we were in New York this weekend at a theater, and I was, we're in there watching, Hamilton. It was a great time and everything. And then I'm looking around, and there's these guys in there with sweatpants on. And I had an old man moment where I'm just like staring. I'm like getting mad, not looking at the play.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here. It's like an adult.
Dress up. Put some clothes on.
I mean, go to a cocktail. Dress like you're going to a cocktail hour. You don't have to put on a 3-piece suit with a cummerbund.
Right.
I'm only 37, but it's happening already.
And that's what's happening on Golf DMV. We'll be back on the other side of the top of the hour news if you're listening on radio. If you're not listening on radio, you're going to hear an ad, but we'll be back with more.